Welcome to episode 9. Hopefully, our audio holds out well this time, but we'll do our best. As we left off, you were descending down to the next level, through the initial lava tubes and into the burial catacombs.
So,
Didn't know if you wanted to say anything.
What do we see as we have descended the bottom of the stairs there?
All right, well, you go down and find that there is a split immediately at the bottom of the stairs, it's kind of a north-south. There's an archway carved in each direction. And I don't know, tell me which way you want to look and I'll describe it.
Look south first.
Okay. You look south into a room with very nicely kept floor tables. This is obviously like a receiving area. There are doors that go out of the south and the west sides, and everything is very neat and tidy.
Okay, so almost like a tea setup, huh?
Or like an offering chamber, in the old antechambers in Egypt where they had, when they first opened Tut's tomb, they went in and there was their really nice area out front, and then the next room in was the actual burial.
Okay, all right. You say there's more stuff going out. What? You said there's another.
There are passageways leaving that room to the south and to the west.
Okay, south. All right.
And there's also, from where you're at, if you're just looking down, there's also the room to the north.
So this seems intriguing. Let's look north and see what we got going on there.
As you look north, you see a good-sized room with a casket in the center.
Ooh.
Casket sounds promising.
Tile mosaic with, various arcane patterns in the floor. This looks like a decently old burial.
All right. Well, let's go north.
Okay. You walk in the room, you see what I just described. There's the casket and all the things around it. This looks pretty well maintained. There's a tapestry on the wall, obviously a honoring or remembrance of this person. Tells of some story, and there's kind of this weird looking glowing, how can I describe this? Like in the old medieval tapestries where you had the battles with a bunch of people, and in this case there is what looks like a white kind of stone with beams of light coming out of it up at the kind of the top where the figures, lead figure's hand is.
Okay. I think. Are there any carvings or anything around on the casket itself?
It's standard ornate, like Indiana Jones, Last Crusade, one of the knights, type decoration. Ish.
So there's scroll work and such.
Yeah.
Okay.
Open it. It's like,
yeah, let's investigate. I think Dane's going to go investigate the tapestry and see if he can figure out what the tapestry is saying.
Okay. Roll to see what you discover, or actually it would be more of you can investigate to tell things like it's very well made, but you're not going to understand a meaning unless you make a good history roll.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and make a good history roll then.
Okay.
All right. That was not a good history roll. What do I got? So that'd be 11.
You kind of put a finger to your chin and stroke your beard and say, I think I remember hearing about this battle. It happened at night instead of the day, and it was overseen or illuminated by the king at the time. Mm-hmm. But that's all you remember.
Okay.
Castros will investigate the coffin.
Okay, go for it.
18.
Ooh. You take a look all around and you say, hey, everyone, take a look at this. There's no mortar sealing this shut. We can totally slide it open.
Cool. And as he says that, knowing Castros, he'll slide it open.
Right on. Well, you probably need some help, or at least make a decent strength check.
Well, we can try. Nope, that's a 2.
Yeah, that's not moving.
Actually, that 3. How does he get minus 1? That's right. Yes, he does. All right. Well, what is Theseus saying?
Theseus just looks at it and he says, "Yep, probably one of my lineage. Definitely long after my time. Good to know that we kept fighting and doing well."
Okay. Well, I guess Dane will try and open the casket.
Castros is just
Sure.
like, heaving against it. It's not budging. He's like,
Well, if you two are working together, you can roll with advantage.
Okay, we'll try. Let's work together. I rolled the exact same number both times.
Wow. What'd you get?
So I got a +3 modifier to my strength. So if you add that, it's 15.
and Castros.
Oh yeah, I'll give that one to you. Yeah, I mean 15. You can slide it off.
Okay.
You know, you're not like tossing it off. You're just moving it
Right.
to the side. So, looking in, you see the desiccated remains of the former king from however many centuries ago. And at the center of the clavicle, you see a shiny stone about the size of a golf ball.
Ah. Does Theseus recognize the stone?
He says, "Oh man, they're burying people with perfectly good jewels? That's ridiculous."
What kind of stone is it?
Well, we roll an investigation.
Is there any like rocks nearby? I'm gonna Indiana Jones this.
No, there are not. I don't think you need to do that, though.
Wait! I still have the homunculus figurines from like the Abloso's like
Oh god.
tavern. So you're gonna Indiana Jones it, like do a swap. Would that be like a sleight of hand check?
Sure, go for it.
13.
Yeah, you successfully pull out the stone and slide a little homunculus in. It looks like there's a little doll like in the face of this former king.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alright, he's gonna hold like the gem up and examine it closely.
Roll me, you know what? Roll me a religion check really quick.
Whoa. 19.
Oh god, you nailed it. You go, your eyes get big as you recognize exactly what this is. This is a moonstone.
Yes! Yes! I needed a moonstone. Haha, it's mine.
Well, this particular one is an enchanted item that you can recharge with light from any source, and it increases the effect of healing spells.
Ooh. That's fun. I also
Very
need
cool.
it for my other own spell. Now I can smite.
I don't
people.
think any of us know how to heal aside from the good berries, so this should be interesting.
Yes, this is a problem that I have noticed with our party composition.
Well, you do have, I mean, I know I'm not supposed to suggest this, but, you know, the thing that just popped into my mind was our juicing thing from a week or two ago, and you could totally juice good berries with, like, a mortar pestle made of the moonstone.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was thinking, because I don't think Castros can learn. I don't think druids have many other healing spells. So I was gonna probably have Castros make more, like, potions in general, just because, you know, herbs and whatnot. So that would work. But he also needs Moonstone for a different spell, so he can smite people with moonlight.
Mm. All right,
Gotcha.
cool. So is that everything in that room?
Yeah, you don't see anything else obvious.
Okay, cool. Well, then we will. Should we investigate for hidden passages?
If you wish.
All right.
The skeleton king isn't trying to come alive, is it? Like,
No.
vengeance.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll investigation.
Bad.
That is an 8.
You are confident there is not a single thing to find in this room.
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
confident.
So we shall turn south then to the southern chamber.
Okay. Well, as you walk down in, you see that neatly laid out table. This place had obviously been used recently, probably to renew the offerings to the departed. But yeah, it's relatively nice. There's what do they call it? There's like spiritual beer and bread, things that feed the spirits.
For once,
Very cool.
Castros isn't gonna mess with this, because he's at least semi-religious and respectful to those in higher position than he. So, he won't touch it, but yeah.
right.
But he really wants to.
Shall we? What do you want? What should we explore first? The southern passage or the western passage?
Let's go western.
All right, we will try the western passage.
All right, you walk out into a relatively short hallway that turns to the north. There is a small antechamber, just a little carve out that has think of it like when you walk into the entry of like the older 20s houses, and then there's that little coat neck on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so and there's like an effigy carved into that, but really it's just a pass through to another room very similar to the one that you were in before, with a similar casket in the middle. Where there probably once was a tapestry on the back wall, it's in tatters and has mostly fallen to the floor.
Okay.
This is where kings have been laid to rest.
So, let's investigate the casket.
Okay, you walk in and what? Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I will let you please narrate.
Let's see here. I rolled a 12 in my investigation.
Okay, you go up to it. You start looking around and getting closer and closer. You're seeing it looks very much like the other casket, until you put your hand on it and the lid folds up for a moment, like it actually moves a little on its own, and it's make a really quick I just want to see make a really quick deck save. I want to see how you do on something.
Oh, Jesus. You had to ask.
Of course.
Let's see. Nap 4. I rolled 4.
It comes down and slams on your hand. Let me make sure I get this right. I always open the wrong thing. All right, so you are grappled. Your hand is stuck, and come on. Ooh, yeah, it bites your hand very extremely for 5 damage.
Is the casket alive?
Well, you don't know for sure, but it definitely just bit his like the lid opened up and smashed down on his hand, like bit into it.
Okay.
Lovely.
Great.
And he's stuck.
Well,
Okay.
Castros, I guess, will try to pry it open, but he doesn't have good strength. Like, he'll try. Strength check of 15.
You go to grab it and you find that the lid actually moves almost like skin as you go to lift it up. And let's see. Trying to read stats and stuff. Pseudopod. Oh, okay. So you rolled to try to lift it. That happened. I'm gonna roll something real quick. What's your AC?
That's not a good sign. 15.
Okay, you also find that your hands are stuck to it.
Huh.
Stuck to it or pinched between the lid and the actual casket?
Well, this time because he tried to lift, it did get bit, so you like had the lift up and come down, and he just tried to lift it, but he's stuck now where his hands are. Like it's glued on.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
All right. Do you got any... What are you going to do, Ray? Apparently we got 2 stuck people.
I mean, this ain't my department. I don't know what to do here. I've never seen two people stuck together.
Is there any sort of like gap under the lid or something there?
You can kind of see a little one currently, but only as a result of Dane's hand.
All right. Alpha's gonna try something that people may not like, but it might work.
Okay, that's always a good prelude.
Seeing both people now stuck under this lid, Alpha moves in between them and does a fire blast channeled into the lid section.
Okay, like using the kind of like the 1-inch punch, but the 1-finger poke, and you just like poke it and channel fire into it.
Yeah, in let's say a 20-foot cone to fill the whole space inside.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. I think we might have singed fingertips, Dane.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, I'm a tiefling. I've got hell resistance versus fire, so I'll be fine.
Well, you're on either side of him, so it's gonna go
Yeah, it
forward.
should, like,
It just
avoid
might
you.
become a bit oveny.
Oh, so
Like,
you're,
go
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I believe you'll be okay. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Alpha got, let's see, 15 plus, I guess his attack, his proficiency, so 17 into the thing.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you successfully hit.
All right, so that's, what is it? 2d4. It's not much damage. It's more of like a little thing. Feels just like, what would that be? D4 plus 6 damage in this little cone area.
I mean, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell it takes some damage. The whole thing kind of shudders and moves, and you can tell that it's, it is a living entity and not just a block of stone.
Oh, but did it free the companions?
Let me roll. Ray, it did.
Yes.
Sorry, Dane, but I rolled a nat 20 on keeping the hold on you.
Great. Okay. So, did it release Castros then?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Perfect.
Sorry, I forgot who was on there.
Yeah, that's all right.
So Dane's still stuck to it?
Oh, no, so wait, okay, who ran? Yeah, Dane's stuck, Castros is loose, so
Okay.
you're good there.
Okay. So, but is there a gap between the lid and the casket? Kind of because my hand is still stuck in there.
Yes.
Okay. So can I attempt to cast Firebolt actually inside the casket there? Kind of into its mouth, so to speak.
Well, before you do that, did Ray ever do anything, or are you just passing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Ray, what are you going to try and do?
Well, do you think I could just possibly just pull you out? I mean, you could try.
You can try.
There's nothing stopping you. Alrighty, I'm gonna just try to grab onto Dane and pull.
Okay. I'm sure Dane's pulling too, so why don't you do a strength check with advantage?
Alrighty.
Oh, no, it's not with that, because, no, so I'm giving you advantage, but the adhesive that you're stuck with causes a disadvantage, which cancels it out, so it's just a normal roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I got 19, so.
Oh, wow. So, I'll give that to you. The two of you fighting together are able to get him free.
Oh, fantastic.
But it does have the ability right now to, let's see, who's closest to it then? Probably Alpha? Given the poke.
I guess so, since he just mouth blasted it.
Yeah, and everyone else. Okay. So you see the lid. Yeah, Dane gets ripped off and goes flying, and you see the lid come up and lunge. The whole thing, like the whole casket, lunges at you. And that is a 16 to hit.
which is my armor class. So, barely dodge out of the way.
I would say you literally push it, like it comes and you barely catch it, like arms up, holding it. Oh crap!
Barely saved.
Okay.
Barely saved.
All right. So Alpha's not held then? He's not grappled?
He's not grappled currently.
Okay. So is it my turn then?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna yell at Alpha to get out of the way, and then I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the casket.
Well, he can't move right now since he's stuck there. So you can firebolt it if you want, but he will be in danger.
Oh, well, see, I thought he wasn't grappled.
He's not grappled, but
He's
I mean, unless if we're going through turn order like normal,
Okay.
then he can't do anything unless you want to just wait. You could ready your action to do that, and then if it gets to his turn and he moves, your action can then go off.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna waste an action. I suppose I could just throw my javelin at it. See if that does anything.
You can. I mean, you can always try.
Alright, well, I'll try and toss my javelin at it and see what happens.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Dane is not rolling well tonight.
No. That's an 8 to hit.
8. It does not hit.
No.
You go to stab it, and I'm gonna say the lid flips up and hits the tip of your javelin away.
Okay. Alright.
Question: how big
Yes.
is the casket?
Oh, casket size, so a person plus a foot on each dimension.
I just wanted to know, but I don't think I'll do that. Alpha's too close by. There's not much Castros can do, so except whack it.
Probably don't want to whack it right now.
Yeah, so he'll just chill and just kind of watch it, be like, alright, we'll see where this goes.
Okay, so you're just gonna watch. Alpha, did you want to do something?
Well, I mean, gonna have to disengage somehow. So I'm just
Wait.
trying to think the best way to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you're close. You're not locked into anything. You can still move. It does get an opportunity attack if you move out of its radius. Or you
Not
can...
necessarily. Remember,
I know,
Monksy.
Mr. Monk.
So, what Alpha is going to do is first take a punch at the lid, just to see if he can land one good blow on this thing that's trying to, hit him. And I don't know, got 14.
That hits.
All right. So he punches with 6 damage, actually.
Alrighty.
And then you, as a bonus action, step of the wind to disengage and catapults himself back towards the group.
Okay, so back towards the entrance of the room.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You have escaped successfully.
Oh.
Yes.
Alright, Ray?
Alrighty. Well, I don't think I can really do much except just try to push it open, but that doesn't seem to be working too well, so I think...
Try and shoot it with your bow.
Oh, if we're disengaged.
Yeah, because everyone's kind of disengaged from her right now. So.
It's we could just leave. We don't know if this casket is even worth anything, so... I mean, I don't think shooting it with my longbow is gonna do a whole lot of good.
Well, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Okay, alright. So Ray's not going to do anything. Is it Dane's turn again then?
No, well, I have to let the casket do something first.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So the next closest person, actually, you are the next closest person now that Alpha stepped away. So I guess it'll try to hit you.
Okay, what's its movement per turn?
10,
Okay.
5, 6, 7. So that's a 17 to hit.
No, my armor class is 18.
Okay. So again, it does not do anything. It tries to take a bite, and you deftly get out of the way.
Perfect. Okay.
So now go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna leap back a little bit, and I'm gonna cast Firebolt at it.
Okay.
Okay. So
My God.
I nat one.
Okay. Well, let's see. It is a firebolt. It's just kind of into the room. There's no one else in there. Trying to think. Ooh, I know. You try to attack the creature, miss, and hit the tapestry and the shards at the back, setting the room ablaze.
Okay.
Alright. Well, just imagine like Castro's looking at that like, well, good job. Time to go. Like, what else can we do?
Oh no, Dane's gonna stay until the thing is dead.
Oh my God.
He's emotionally involved now. All right, Castros, what are you gonna do?
Well, like I said before, there's not much Castros can really do in this situation. Yeah, not really.
Okay. Right.
He can just whack it with his club.
Actually, it's Oh, do you really want to get that close to it?
Question: how big is the room?
Oh, the room is, say, 25 feet square.
All right. Would you say that all of us are within like 5 feet from the door?
Yes.
Cool. He'll cast Entangle.
All right.
So he'll keep like a bunch of vines might wrap around it and shut it closed.
Ooh, I like that. Roll for that.
Is 14.
14. Don't remember the exact wording of it. Isn't there a save?
Strength saving throw against the spell DC. So
Okay. Strength save is a 22.
yeah, beats my spell save DC.
I just rolled better than I expected.
Yeah, me too. I have a good spell save. I have a good save DC too. Normally that would not work.
Yikes. All right. Well,
He tried.
Alpha, you have winded out. Do you want to wind back in or something else?
Don't really have to use any special disengage. I mean, I guess if it just lunged at one of our party, then I go to punch it in the back.
Okay. So you stepped around behind it?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Doesn't actually give me any benefits, but I like the idea of punching it in the back.
Punch it in the hinge. Go for it.
Yes. And the first unhinging move. Let me just double check my attack again. Da-da-da-da. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. First one is a 23.
Jeez, that is unhinged. Yeah, you hit.
All right, and that deals 6 damage. And then as a bonus action, he punches again. For 12.
For 12?
No, not 12 damage, a 12 to hit.
Oh, 12 to hit. You glance off.
So the first one landed hard, but then he destabilized himself, or maybe the thing moved, and it just glanced off the last good blow.
Oh, I would say you probably hit it so hard the first time you moved it yourself.
There we go. Right.
All right.
Come on, people. Alpha's the only one dealing any damage to this thing. Step up your games.
Castros tried to ensnare it.
Oh.
That would have helped, but no, it didn't work. Also, waited for your turn to be over. The entangle space is now like very hard to navigate terrain, and I'm pretty sure any creature who's in that space must make the strength saving throw or be ensnared.
Okay, so Alpha will just have to do that before his next turn. I mean, I guess we should have done it last time, but we'll just do it next time.
That's why I asked if everyone was like within 5.
Well, he stepped into it, so I'll say he moved into that space and hit. So his lunging forward was able to strike, but now he's there and he'll have to save out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So is he right next to the casket now then?
Yes.
Well, It might be that it only like at the time the spell is cast is only when creatures need to make a strength saving throw. So he might be fine. It's just harder to navigate terrain.
Okay, so it just half movement speed.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that. That makes things
Alright.
easy.
Oh no, I can only move at 20 feet.
All right, Ray, are you gonna do anything?
I mean, I don't know why y'all are so obsessed with this casket. I mean, it could have what we're looking for, I guess. I can't do anything about this. I only have a bow. That's the best thing I got. And I don't think shooting at a casket is gonna help too much. There.
Okay,
You never know until you try.
this is true.
It is a living creature. This happens to look like a casket.
Yeah, like, it functions as skin. Fine, I'll shoot the casket. Jesus, y'all are crazy. That's a 16 to hit.
You hit.
7 damage.
Very nice. Despite your concern, you bury an arrow right into the side of what looked to be stone, but turned out to not be, as it starts bleeding just a little from the impact.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Oh, I guess it's the casket's turn now.
It is, and since Alpha is close, it will go for Alpha. Ooh, that is a 20 to hit.
And that is a hit.
Alrighty. So it is going to. Let's see, +5, 1d3. So that is 8. So it hits you for. Its lid flies up and whacks you full on for 8 bludgeoning damage, and you are adhered to it.
Okay.
So my vision of this is basically like, because you were hitting the hinge side, it flipped open and like whacked you in the face, and then you got stuck to the lid when it whacked you.
That just means I'm stuck to it. There's not really anything. I just can't move away.
Correct.
Ah, I'm not trapped there onto it. It's trapped onto me. Ha ha ha.
And you did take the bludgeoning damage from the impact.
Yeah.
All right,
Wow.
Dane. So you're determined to get this thing, and now Alpha looks like he's hugging it.
So is he kind of draped across the lid now then?
Well, he's definitely stuck to the lid, but yeah, more or less.
Okay, but the front side is probably still kind of clear then? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to try to shoot some magic missiles at it.
Alrighty.
Alright, so... Alright, hopefully...
You cannot save your life.
Well, I mean... So... I
Okay.
should have some kind of a spell
Did you
thing.
not write that down?
And it was a 4. But I do have... You know, I have a +2 on my intelligence, and I should have some kind of a spell thing.
Your proficiency, which is
+4.
So it'll be +6, so it's
So
a
it's-
10.
So that's a 10.
Yeah, that's not enough.
At least I didn't damage
Alpha.
Alpha.
Yeah, you just missed completely, so that's a little safer. Castros, what are you gonna do?
So Alpha stuck to it, but it bleeds. So he really wants to use the club, but I don't think it would do as much damage as his scimitar. So he'll attack with his scimitar.
Swing.
Yep. 16.
That hits.
5 slashing.
Nice. That's a good thwack.
Alright.
All right, Alpha, you are grappled, so you are at disadvantage. What do you want to do?
Disadvantage for everything?
Or like an attack or something you would want to do. So once you're grappled, according to the game mechanics, your all rolls are at disadvantage.
All right. Alpha, as his grappled state, is just going to attempt to do a flurry of blows onto this thing. Because why not? All right.
Just flailing around.
So, first one there's 3 attack sequences. The first one, the lowest of the 2 is 14.
That hits.
All right. So he punches it the first time for 6 damage. Apparently.
All right.
And then, hold on, gotta roll 2 more for the second attack. Oh, I got 24 on both of those, so I'm guessing that hits.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that hits.
All right, so he hits for another 4 damage, and then try for my third attack. Oh. First roll, 18. Second roll, 6.
Well, that one does not hit. You had 2
Yeah.
good hits, and then that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Ray?
Since it worked so well first time, I'm gonna shoot it with my bow again.
Awesome.
Nat 1.
Oh, jeez. Well, you take your shot. You're like, I'm going to hit it. And, well, because he's there, it basically uses Alpha as a shield.
Alright, roll for damage, I guess. Ray, roll for damage. Okay. 4 damage.
Or Alpha.
Yep.
All right.
I'm just having
Well,
flashbacks to other games right now.
Yes, I was just reading your arrow to the back from a while ago in another game. Okay, so
I will always remember the provocative leather attire.
yes, there was that.
Good times.
Oh, okay. So you are grappled, and it spins you. It flips you over the top, and chomps down. And you, let's see. I gotta roll damage. You take 7 piercing damage, and 6 acid damage.
It's digested.
Alpha did?
What?
Alpha did, or?
Alpha did, yes.
All right. Well, if he didn't get shot by an arrow, he might still be awake, but now he is unconscious inside of a casket.
All right, so there's an unconscious Alpha body half hanging out of the casket, like a mouth that's eating it.
Alright, Dane, it's up to you.
Great. So 1 second. I'm looking something up on it here. Probably should have done this before.
Probably should have.
All right. Well, Dane's gonna. He can't safely really cast a spell now with Alpha in the stupid casket. So he's gonna leap forward and take a swing at the casket with his axe. Okay. All right. So that's 21 to hit.
You hit.
Finally.
I know. Finally, I do something.
And it rolls 1 for damage.
Well, it's actually 1 plus 5, so it's 6 damage.
6 damage. Good hit. Yeah, you find that your axe buries deep within the lid, and it's reminiscent of when you, say, cut into something large and fleshy.
Okay.
It's very flesh.
So I think this would be a good time right now to use my action surge. And so if I use my action surge, then I can attack again, right? Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to take another swing at it. 13 plus 5 is 18.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
All right. And that is 7 damage.
Nice. Good hit.
Okay.
Alright. Is it cast?
It is Castros.
Alright, since everything's not... This thing's still alive, and he's stabbing it anyway, so he'll... I wonder if he could do this in the same turn. I want him to use the poison sac from the giant spider and poison his scimitar and then stab it.
Ooh. Hmm.
You want me to do that in
I would say
two actions?
normally, like putting poison on a blade is an action, I believe.
Darn it. Alright, well, he'll do that, I guess. He'll kind of step away from danger zone and poison his scimitar.
Well, let me check. Yep, application. I just decided to check the manual. It says application of poison takes an action.
Well,
So you're poisoning your blade anyway?
yeah.
Okay. You have a poisoned blade.
Woohoo.
Ray,
Alright, shoot it again.
go for it.
That's a 12 to hit.
Where is it? It hits, but it doesn't seem to pierce. Like you didn't quite get it right.
Does she still roll damage?
No.
No. I'm saying like you didn't quite get it. Like you were very, very close.
It bounced off.
Got it.
Like it barely bounced off. Like instead of the tip hitting, it hit like on the shaft, and the arrow bounced to the corner of the room.
Okie dokie.
All right, I think it's the casket's turn.
It is. Let's see. It flips the rest of Alpha inside of it. Legs flip up in real quick, and then it lunges towards the corner of the room where you guys are. So if there's, let's see, you guys are all pretty close right at the entrance, right?
Well, actually, I think Dane is right next to it because he's been hitting it with his axe.
And Castro's.
Oh,
Okay.
well, in that case, it'll go straight for Dane since he's closest. It always goes for the closest.
Yeah.
So 13 plus 5, 6, 7, 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Well, if it's your armor class, then doesn't the defender get it? So
Yeah.
it's eyes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So you're fine. You got close.
Okay.
So it lunged at you, and yeah, you almost got taken down, but you definitely got away.
Wow. Close. All right. My turn then.
Yes,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna swing at it with my axe again.
do
you have
it.
to hit Alpha.
So that is a 15 to hit.
You hit.
All right. 13 damage.
Jeez, you shatter the lid, and the thing expires. You see it like wiggle and writhe, and all of the colors that were once stone turn to this kind of weird, scaly, slimy-looking flesh. And you see that where the lid was actually a mouth with teeth, as it like retreats and pulls back, and you see Alpha's body inside, just kind of laying there like you're on an ice planet and you cut open your ride to stick a body inside to keep it warm.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna see if I can't grab Alpha and get him out of that thing.
Oh, you can grab him.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna drag him out of that casket.
Right on. I'll just let you do it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. So I grab him, get him out.
Castros will try to nurse him back to health.
Well, we do have this mysterious person named Theseus who's been just watching the entire exchange, I'm guessing laughing at us.
Well, I assume he was in a different room at the time. He was down looking at something else,
He sure
and then came
got
up.
it. Useful.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Great. All right.
I want to see. I want to try using the moonstone. But I don't know how that would work in this situation. I guess does he just hold it while he's casting Goodberry?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll try that. He'll hold the mystical moonstone he got while casting Goodberry, and that is... Oh, yeah. 21.
Oh yeah. You made excellent berries.
Right. How would that boost it then? They normally do +1 each per action.
And-
Each one per action, so...
And now they're +2.
Another +2. Alright. So, I guess
That was intel.
yeah. Unless you want... We can't really juice him, so... At the moment. So yeah, he'll just, like, force speed Alpha, unconscious Alpha with the good berries.
Like Miracle Max shoving the pill down the man in black's throat.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I was only at -1 HP, so I mean, if it's +2,
One good burial.
that one good berry should get me back functional.
Yeah. So at least shove the first one down Alpha's throat, and then just like as he wakes up groggily, he just hands him the rest.
How many did you make, Ben?
It doesn't say to roll a 1d10. I feel like I should be, but it doesn't say to, and that was a 21, so I'm like, because it just says it makes up to 10 berries, but does not say to roll a 1d10 to see how many you make. I'm pretty sure that's what I should be doing, but
Well, it's just it doesn't specify though, so you can say I make 10 berries. That's fine.
loophole.
All right. So she makes 10 berries. Fantastic.
And
Alright.
just hands them to Groggy Alpha, and he'll get back. I guess.
Yay!
Yeah, 20.
I'm functional again.
All right. So 20 turns later, Alpha is up 20. So is there anything else in this room?
No, it expired. It's burned. Like if there was anything, it has been burnt to a crisp and is no more.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
Well, lame. Okay, so let's go back to the table and chairs room, and then take the south corridor.
Right on. All right, you make your way back down there, and you find that this kind of curls around and goes into another burial room with a casket. By the way, you're going to find a lot of those here.
You think?
This one, well, I mean, it's a burial vaults for 1,000 years of kings. So, but in this one, a carved stone statue stands on the south side of the room, and a charred wooden shield lies in the northeast corner.
Okay, so charred wooden shield, northeast corner.
Castros is gonna carefully inspect the casket, and if it makes any movement, jump away. Will that be an investigation, or just he just does it?
I'll just say that you go and you carefully investigate it, and it does not appear to be anything but cold stone.
Cool. Is it mortared like the? Well, is it mortared in general, or is it just open like the first one?
It is not opened. It is sealed up with mortar.
Ah,
Okay.
darn.
Well, Dane's gonna look at the statue.
It looks like a kingly effigy.
Okay, nothing really familiar.
No. Doesn't even have the resemblance of Theseus.
Okay. Ray, what are you gonna do?
There's nothing much else in this room, is there?
Burned wooden shield.
No, there is not. Just a door that goes out on the southeast corner.
Okay, southeast door.
Alright. Castros will look at the shield.
Sure, it's a burnt wooden shield.
Oh, okay.
Good to know.
All right, so I guess we'll take the door going out the southeast corridor, southeast corner.
Wait, what if Castros touches the shield?
It feels like wood.
Cool, okay. You never know. Sometimes touching things does things.
Yeah.
Like my...
Sometimes bad things, like what happened last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So nothing interesting here. Let's take the southeast exit.
You go into a room that... So you walk into the northwest corner, and in front of you are two, let's say, the same size as you gargoyles. They both face to the west. One's in the northeast corner, one's in the southeast corner. And between them is a sign scribbled into the wall. Not scribbled, more like scratched into the wall, carved in very deep. And it, let's see, it's probably in, given the area, probably in like Old Elfish or Dwarfish, something like that.
Okay. Let's see. I'm assuming.
I know Elvish, but I can't read.
Yeah. Well, Dane's gonna try and read it then. See if he can understand it
I-
or read it. Because he can read Dwarvish, but I don't know if he can read Old
Well,
Dwarvish.
it's a little difficult for you to make out, mostly because of just the weird way they carved it. You know, like how you did Old English with the
Oh,
swirly cues and stuff.
yeah.
And you basically translate it as warning, go no further. Basically like the path is blocked. This is the way of the dead, and the dead keep it.
Oh, a little Lord of the Rings reference there, huh?
I knew it would work on you.
Was there a casket in this room?
No, there's not. Just that. It appears that this is like a passageway to further in where there are more caskets, and it's a warning to you for going in that way.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we have to keep going.
Of course, but it's fun to include those things.
All right, so what are the exits out of this room?
Just the one in the southwest corner going to the west.
Okay. Southwest going west. Well, I guess we have to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well, you begin down the hallway, and the first thing you notice is it goes down about 30 feet and then turns south. At the corner where it turns, there's a shaft that appears to go up above you, straight up into the darkness, and you feel a kind of gentle breeze of air coming in. This is obviously like a breathing hole. And then the pathway continues to the south. From the archway you're standing at, looking in, you see a casket in the middle of a decent-sized room, a 25 feet square, with archways that leave out the east side in the southeast corner, out the west side in the kind of middle, and the west side in the southwest corner.
Okay. So 3 different exits. Anything of note of this particular casket?
You're at a distance. Do you want to go investigate it? I mean, I'm assuming you're just at the entrance of the room looking in when I give those descriptions.
Yeah, we'll investigate the casket.
Okay,
Or I'll investigate.
go for it.
7.
You see that there was once carved stone all across the face of this casket, but it has since degraded and you can't make it out.
So it's an old one. Is it mortared shut?
You feel your fingers around it, and yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Well, which direction you want to go first? West, southwest.
Well, real quick, make a perception check. I'm just curious about something.
Okay.
Can Castros also make a perception check?
Yes, everyone. You notice, by the way, Jeremy is curled up tight to you.
Uh-oh. Oh. Castros also probably notices that thing because he got a 22.
Yep.
Ray got 14.
I got a 13. Got a 13.
Alpha gets 8.
All right, so it falls to Castros. Castros, you look up and you notice that the ceiling is closer to you than it was when you first came in.
So he's gonna point that out and like barrel roll out the closest door.
Which direction is that?
Well, there's the 3 doors, right?
Correct.
So we entered from the north. So probably the closest west door, so the northwest door.
West.
West.
The west door, which is the southwest door. So you run for the corner and dive out.
Well, no, you said there's actually 2 doors going west. There's one in the middle west, and then there's one in the southwest.
Oh, those were supposed to be east. Sorry, there was supposed to be when I was trying to.
Right?
Sorry, 2 to the east, 1 in the middle, 1 in the southeast, and then 1 on the west, down in the southwest corner. I think I just reversed it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so there's 1 going east, 1 in the southeast corner, 1 in the southwest corner.
Yes.
Okay, we'll go for east then.
Yeah, so he's going to go for the closest one, which is the east
Which
one.
is the middle one? Or the
Yeah.
southern one? Are you going all the way to the southeast?
No, the middle one.
Middle East.
All right, Middle East. You roll through into the Middle East.
And yell at everybody else.
Get out of there!
Alpha follows.
Ray follows. Toot sweet.
Yeah, so does Dane. We all go east.
All right, as you shuffle your way out, you hear a grinding sound as the room behind you slowly disappears as the ceiling comes down.
Now we're
Like
trapped.
Temple of Doom style.
Right.
Yep. We can't go through those other doors.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
You find yourself in a small room, like 10.
Alright, well, time to continue on this way.
Yeah. You find yourself in a small room, 10 feet square, with a.
You're really breaking up bad, then. I don't know.
Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. Alrighty. So, you walked in to this relatively small room, maybe 15 feet square. There's a hole in the middle of the room, a wooden ladder on the east wall. There are doors that exit to the south and to the east.
Well, Ray's gotta look down the hole.
Yeah.
It's a dark hole that goes down a good 20 feet.
Is the ladder leading to anything, or is it just leaning against the wall?
Just leaning against the wall.
How
Okay.
tall is the
The ladder's like, I don't know, a 10-foot ladder.
ladder?
Like 10 foot.
Castros will lower the ladder down the hole just to see how deep the hole is.
Oh, you find that it's actually only about the depth of the ladder.
Alright, Castros
Plus
is
level.
will go down the ladder.
Okay.
Follow to make sure he doesn't kill himself.
Right on. You go down the ladder, and it's a kind of a small hole, like maybe 5 feet, and there's some skeletal remains in the bottom.
Castros will loot said skeletal remains. It's kind of
You don't find much of use. I mean, it looks like it was pretty much like an oubliette.
I was just thinking that too. I'm like, is it an oubliette?
I'm dumb. What is an oubliette?
It's like a little prison that's basically a hole in the ground.
So nothing fun.
No, and usually they were constructed so that you couldn't actually sit or lie down comfortably.
Yep. The whole point was to slowly torture someone to death.
So you were just kind of in this really uncomfortable position the entire time.
Great. Now, Castros will climb back out. Disappointed.
Alrighty. Your disappointment shows on your face.
Perfect. Alright. I'll ask the rest of the party, okay, which way do we go now? Now a boring hole has been discovered.
Let's try south.
Okay. You go south into a room. Again, this one's with a casket, but this one's longer and a little more narrow. It has kind of it reminds you of the tapestry, but it's made out of tile in the back wall. And this is someone standing with a long bow shooting an arrow.
Let's investigate that casket. Or is this casket mortared shut?
It is not.
Oh.
Open it!
Dane's gonna try and open it.
Give it a strength check.
Okay.
This is your benevolent GM! And this is an ad break. Thank you for listening. Please join us at patreon.com/Azentuary, where you can sign up and ask us questions, which we'll answer in a monthly Q&A session. Or, at a higher tier, you can become an NPC that permanently is a part of our fantasy world. Or even higher still, you can get all of our merchandise as we invent it. Give us reviews, let us know what you think. All of it will be for sale eventually on Azentuary.com. But for now, if you could please support us, we're at patreon.com/Azentuary. And thank you for joining the adventure.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah, you just were like, I'm tired of this crap, and you flip it off. The top goes flying, hits the ground, breaks in half. You see the skeletal remains of some long dead king in front of you with an arrow on each side of him.
Just okay.
This looks like something Ray could use.
Say Dane's gonna invite Ray to look at the arrows.
Well, I feel bad robbing a corpse.
Now he doesn't need it anymore.
That's the lowest of the low. That corpse can't do nothing. It can't defend itself. It can't stop itself from being robbed.
Are you gonna look at the arrows or not?
I'll inspect the arrows, but I'm not for sure taking them yet.
All right. When you look at the arrows, you notice that despite their age, they are abnormally sharp and in excellent condition.
Come on.
You guys are the worst shoulder devils ever. I'll take the arrows.
Awesome. There are 2 arrows.
Alrighty.
Um,
If I get cursed later, I'm blaming you two. Alpha, you're fine, but these two.
can she tell anything at
Alpha
all
just
about?
shrugs.
You can do a check, like history, or
I mean, do they seem to have any kind of magical property?
roll Arcana and find out.
Arcane. 12.
Yes, you sense a magical property, though you're not sure what it is.
Hmm.
Those are like the black arrows of yore.
Yeah. Alright.
All right. Well, cool. 4. Okay, cool. So we shall head on out of.
Alpha turns to you and asks, "What is this yore you speak of? Is it a great blacksmith?"
Yore means in ages past. There, Alpha.
Well, I know this word, but you say the black arrows of yore. Is this not a blacksmithing area, or just simply a statement you are making, saying they are simply old?
No. Black arrows were arrows of legend that were crafted by dwarves in bygone ages that are supposed to be really good.
Curious. Perhaps this may be a good name for the new megachurch we are building.
Maybe.
Now we found fun little toys for Castros and Ray. Let's
Though,
see if
you
we can
know,
find
another possibly good name for your mega church would be, Gondology.
Maybe we should find a name that would be very good at spreading around. Like some sort of great spreading action. Like, I know, Gondorrhea.
Yeah, but you actually gonna have to want beings to actually come to your church, and with a name like that, I'm not sure if anyone would want to come.
Well, you could just
But why not?
take your meter around. You could check
your
everyone's
church.
Gondorian levels
think-
with your special meter.
Ooh, this is a very good idea.
Anyway,
I think that's a perfect name, Alpha. I completely agree and support that name.
Oh my god, Gondorrhea.
It shall spread like wildfire.
I believe it will.
Are you there, Ben?
Yes, I'm just laughing. I think it's great.
And anyone, as a part of the joining ceremony, everyone who joins the church shall be applauded in. We shall call it the Great Clap.
Oh, that's great. Anyway, so yes, following the Great Clap, I guess the apocalypse scenario would be the coming of the Great Antibiotic.
Yes, I agree. Oh my.
Yes, these old ones, they are antibodies. We must fight against them.
Ah, yes. I like it. You're incorporating it all in.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Okay.
Anyways, any other door out of this room?
Yes, it goes to the east.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of the Splinter Church now that's going to come off. There's going to be like a Geonon.
Oh, and then the branch Gondians, and so on and so forth.
Yep. Sorry, I'll stop. Yes, there's a passageway that goes to the east from there.
Do to the room before and
Yeah, let's go back up to the room before and go take that eastern door first.
Sure, no problem. All right, you walk in to a similar kind of long, narrow room, this time coming in from the side. As you look across, there are passageways that go north, south, and east from this room. The casket in the middle appears to be larger than usual, though. It looks like it was carved into the floor and not brought in like the others.
something heavy. Anything else in the room?
Someone has scrawled, "The white circle killed 9 goblins here," on the east wall.
Goblin killers. Dwarves?
White circle killed 9 goblins here, huh?
Arg. Arg. Alright, Castros will look at the casket. Is it mortared shut?
It is not, but it is huge.
Alright, I'm gonna need help. Dane,
Alright.
roll with advantage. So Castros got a 12.
And Dane got an 18.
The two of you together begin to slide it sideways. As you do, and basically the seal is broken, there's a blast of dust out. And as you continue to push, you suddenly see bony fingers reach up and grab the edge and start to aid you in pulling the lid off.
That nice. Very helpful. I think you should be a little more concerned about this. Death doesn't scare me, it's a part of nature.
So Dane's gonna jump back really quick. Back to the edge of the room there.
Well, Castros won't. He knows if the skeleton was trying to attack them, he would have grabbed at us.
No, he probably can't grab it at them right now.
Like I said before, Castros isn't scared of death.
Yeah.
He'll keep pushing.
Okay.
Well, the hand continues. You find that it's actually rather easy now, as you are being assisted, and the entire top gets pushed off, and inside you see why this casket was so large. There is a huge humanoid rib cage and arms, but below that are cloven feet off the end of the shins, and where the skull would be, it looks like a bull with large horns and 2 kind of energetic green glowing eyes.
Ooh.
This seems bad.
Aw.
So we've got
Could be.
undead minotaur, it sounds like.
It hasn't attacked us yet. The look you gave me. Just like,
Alright, well what's Castro's gonna? He's just gonna stand there and say hi.
yeah. Why not? It hasn't attacked him yet. He might like step back a tiny bit, but just be like, "Hey there, how you doing? I like your eyes."
All right. It sits up, turns its head, looks at you, then looks back into its casket, reaches down, and grabs what looks like an axe. It is rusted and beat, but you can still tell it's still functional. And it begins to stand up.
I think this thing's hostile. Castros, like,
I'm a little bit with Castros on this one. I think we might want to wait a little bit.
like it's fine. Castros will stand his ground. He has trust in this thing.
Okay. So it stands up, steps down. Jeez, I never know how you guys are going to react. It totally messes with my head. So it looks at the others, takes a step forward, and just because it is what it is, it just like backhands you with a single strike.
Ow.
And that is so that's a 17 to hit,
That hits.
and it just whacks you. And that is a bludgeoning hit, so plus 4. So that's 9 bludgeoning.
Jesus. We trusted. We believed in you. We all believed in you.
No, only you.
So it whacks you over there,
I was quoting something.
and then yeah, it starts to move towards the rest of the group. I mean, I guess Dane's up out of the way, so it's really moving towards Alpha and Ray.
Alrighty, I'm gonna shoot it with my bow.
All right, on, go for it.
Almost a nat 20, but that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Also, are you using your new arrow? Or are you using one of your old arrows?
I'll use one of my old arrows first.
Okay,
4 damage.
not bad. You pull out your bow and instantly release a shot that hits it and knocks its head over to the side a bit. So that worked.
All right.
Alpha's just readying a
Dane's
dodge
gonna-
reaction. So instead of being proactive, he's just being like, yeah, defensive reactive stance.
Reactive. Right on. Sorry, Dane, what were you doing?
I'm gonna say I was gonna get ready to cast a firebolt.
Go for it.
All right. 17 plus 6. That's 23 to hit.
Whew. Yeah, that hits.
All right. So that does 4 fire damage.
Okay. You singe the little tattered bits of cloth that were stuck to the bones off, and it hardens them a bit, obviously damaging them.
Okay.
All right. So, Alpha, you said you're just going to ready yourself?
Yeah. Just a defensive stance.
Right on. Well, then, Castros, do you want to do something?
Have to take a turn to get up, or
It didn't knock you prone. It just backhanded you and kind of knocked you towards the casket because you're right there. So you caught yourself, I'm assuming.
Castros is upset now. He put his trust in this thing, so he's gonna angrily morph into a dire wolf and try to tear his leg off.
Go for it. That sounds awesome.
So would that be a bite attack then?
Yes. You can transform as a bonus action, right?
Yeah, turning into the thing is a bonus action.
Sweet.
Do you want to do pair a strength check with that?
You want me to do a strength check?
No, do you want me to do a strength check to tear his leg off?
Well, just roll to attack first.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure you get over his AC.
20.
Oh, yeah, you get over it. So, yeah, in lieu of damage, roll a strength check, and we'll just do a strength contest.
21.
You win. I rolled a 15, so... Yeah, you break it off right at the knee joint, and... Yeah, he starts... Well, let me see. Let me check his reaction on a save. Yeah, he does not save, so he falls to the ground. So he is prone at the moment.
Watch and learn. This is what happens when Castros trusts you and you betray his trust.
Well, given where he's at, he will try to swing from this position, which means he does so at a disadvantage. Oh, God. Any nat ones on a disadvantage. All right. Well, I rolled an 18 first and then a nat 1, so, you know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so let's see. He goes to, like, swing around and hit you with the axe and hits himself in the nose. And just for fun, I'm going to roll for his damage to himself, because this is going to be hilarious, I'm sure. He does 8 damage to his own nose.
Nice. That's a lot of damage.
Well, That's
We don't have any flex tape for that.
just how it rolled out. You know?
I just love the imagery of Direwolf Castros just angrily tearing this thing's leg off.
And then it trying to hit and missing horribly. All right, well,
Yep.
Ray, it's up to you now.
Alrighty. I'm gonna try to hit it, but I'm gonna use one of the weird arrows I got.
Right on.
Hang on. Gosh darn it. That's a 12 to hit.
You find that the arrow is surprisingly accurate and gives you advantage on your targeting roll.
Ah.
Oh. So does she need to roll again then?
She can roll again if she gets even higher.
Sure did. That's a 19.
Yep, and it finds its path and you fire it.
Okay.
And as you do the damage, you also find that the arrow, when striking, gives you a +3 to damage.
9 damage.
Alrighty. That's a heck of a hit.
So is that +3? That's what you add on to your bow then?
Yes.
So if your bow, okay.
So like when you take your shot, your whatever your arrow is normally, I think it's like, what is it, a 1d6 or a 1d8 arrow?
Yeah,
1d8, and I think since I chose archery as my main tactic of fighting in the latest level up, then it gives me a +2 with that.
So that means that you now have a +5.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, 9 damage then.
So it's like 1d8 +5, which is insane.
Yeah.
And I'll have to double check on archery. I believe dexterity is a modifier in there, at least to hit. Anyway, yes, that was a good hit. So, go ahead, Dane.
Oh, isn't it Alpha's turn?
Well, it can be. You guys can switch. I wrote you, then him, but I can switch you guys real quick. So, go ahead, Alpha.
Alpha's going to try and Shaolin soccer this head on the ground.
Okay.
I roll with advantage, or
Yeah, it's prone.
right? So that means with the first attack would be 16,
Which is a hit.
right? So that's 5 damage, and the second one, I'm guessing since it's 19, is going to be as well.
Yes, it is.
Right. So combo kick for a total of 9 more damage.
Jeez. All right. That is a significant amount of damage. We want to follow that up?
Yeah, so Dan's gonna jump forward and swing his axe at this thing's head.
All right.
Do I get a roll with advantage for that too?
Oh, yeah. Anytime he's prone,
All right.
he's at disadvantage and you're at advantage.
So the first one was 17 plus 5, so 22 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Better one.
That was the better one. So, all right. So then, all right. So that's 15 damage.
Jeez. Okay. That's a lot of damage. Yeah,
I rolled well on that one.
I would say so.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. I can't add. No, that's only 12 damage. My bad.
No. That's fine. Whatever. Still a lot.
Alright. Is this thing still alive?
It is. It's just really not doing well.
Alright, Castros is gonna try to bite out those pretty little eyes
He's just
that he complimented before.
bite on the skull just open wide.
Yes. So, still... Oh, he has advantage anyways, because pack tactics.
Oh yeah. So yeah, well, whatever. It's prone. You got advantage. Yeah, do you want to just roll to attack and decapitate?
I got... 12.
With advantage, you only got a 12?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. There were two
Sucks.
bad rolls in a row.
Well, you're
Darn
like
it, man!
your jaw is wide open and you just can't quite get purchase. You're like, the dog that can't quite get his jaw around the bone is just like slipping.
Your skull is a little bit too big for your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh well, I did the good job of tearing his leg off. I'll be satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just angrily growling in frustration.
I just remember when we had a dog and a ball that was too big and it just couldn't get its mouth around it. It was just like,
Alright. Well, it's its turn.
Okay, it is. Yeah, it's really not doing well. It's going to. Oh man, I gotta think of something because. Yeah, I don't have any good answers for this. So
Did you not one again?
let's see. No, I was just trying to think of what it could do. I haven't rolled anything yet. Here, I will. Yeah, 14 plus.
Maybe it can lever itself back to its foot using its axe as a crutch.
Well, no, I wanted to just because I have a feeling because of what it is, it's not going to be thinking like normal tactics. It's going to be trying to just swing around and do as much damage as it can.
I see.
So let's see. Castros in the wolf form is closest since it was trying to bite its head. So it takes a swing from where it's at, and it actually hits you. And let's see. Well, it is down, but it still should be able to make a pretty good swing at that. 3. Oh. Wow. Okay, so it's on the ground. It's got its axe. You're biting on its head. It spins hard and slams it into your side with all its might, causing 15 slashing damage.
Ouch.
You know what? As a direwolf, he can take that. That's fine.
I figured. But you have an axe buried in your side.
Ow, he might yipe a bit. Like,
Okay.
yipe!
All right, Ray.
Alright, is this thing like on the verge of death?
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna go over and curb stomp its skull into submission.
Okay. Go for it. Here, just roll me a 1d20 and beat my roll.
And on it.
Oh, yeah, I'm at disadvantage. I gotta roll
20?
twice. You rolled a 20?
He did.
20.
He rolled a 20.
You do it.
Gotta be the weirdest picture. This little petite half-elf ranger all of a sudden just...
Wolf.
Oh, sorry. This little petite full-elf ranger all of a sudden just runs up and manages to curb stomp this minotaur's head. Effectively.
It's a two-footed stomp.
Yeah, she must have done something like a pro wrestling type move where she found some kind of something to climb on and then just kind of jumps off and hits with both feet
Probably
at the
like
time.
launches off of Alpha's back.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That'll work.
Elven boots of giant stomp or something.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. That's, yeah.
Oh, good lord. That's epic kill for the day.
Yeah.
Yes, very,
Yeah.
very nice.
Pretty well that fight.
What? Sorry.
Yep.
We all did pretty well in that fight. I think Castros is gonna like grumbly walk over to Dane and gesture for him to take the axe out of his side.
All right, so yeah, Dane very gingerly kind of works the axe out of Casros's side there.
Right on. You get it out, and it is really nasty. Like that, like what is it? A dull knife cut type of a thing. This is not a good axe.
Okay.
not sharp. It's just a piece of crap.
Okay. So no special God forged axe this one, huh?
Oh no, it is a piece of junk.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Castros will lick his wounds because he's not going to waste a wild shape just to transform back, so he'll be stubborn and just lick his wounds and deal with it.
Okay, well that was all right. Well then let's kind of I don't know refocus ourselves. Which door do we want to go out of on this room? We can go north, east, or south.
Castros is going to go back and grab the leg he tore off and keep it as a trophy.
Just walk around holding it for a little while.
Yeah. Just go back, grab it. As he grabs it, his tail might wag a little bit. Like, at least there was one good thing he got out of this. He got the cool minotaur leg.
Right on.
And pad complacently by the nearest party member.
All right. Anyone have any preferences about which door we pick?
Castros gets the leg, though. Alpha just turns to the group and says, "Is this what people say when they mean? People mean when they say break a leg?"
Castros nods his head vigorously.
And Dane shakes his head no, so we can really confuse Alpha.
It says curious and takes notes.
Awesome.
So, Castros got his thing. Jeremy's probably still just cleaning onto his shoulder as a dire wolf, so he'll just walk alongside the party.
Right on.
Okay. Well, I guess since no one seems to have a preference, how about we go out the east door?
Sure.
Okay. Right on. Right. So you walk into a good-sized room, probably 30 feet square, with door going out the east and one going out the north. It contains a casket, and you hear some scurrying around the kind of back recesses of the room.
Castros will give a sniff. Can smell.
Oh yeah, you have dog smell, so you can smell a rat.
It's just a rat. Alright.
Might be a big rat, though. Might be a rodent of unusual size.
ROUSs? I don't think they exist.
All right. Well, let's. Do you let the rest of the party know that?
It's just a rat.
Okay.
It's just a wolf.
All right.
How's a wolf gonna let you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might whine or bark or I don't know.
Nah, he'll just pat on in.
Scratch a picture of a rat in the dirt on the floor. Who knows?
He figures it's just a normal rat, even if it is a big one, he can probably take it on easy as a dire wolf. So.
Okay, so you're just gonna trot into the.
Yep, just try in.
All right. So Dane's gonna follow and look at the casket.
All right. You find that it is definitely intact, well sealed, and you hear that scurrying and shuffling even louder, but you just in glancing don't see where it's coming from.
Okay. All right.
Could it be in the casket?
Well, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep exploring, or do you want to go back? Because we've got two other doors in the room that we just left, and then another door down the far southern
So you can't open the casket.
sealed.
Alright, he's gonna go back. Castros is just gonna walk back into the other room. Claw at the southern door.
Okay.
Oh, out of the previous room?
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll go back and try the southern door.
Okay. Sure. You walk down into that room. It is kind of sideways compared to the one you were just in. There's kind of a weird narrow ledge that runs along the south and east walls. There's a casket in the center, and that's it.
Okay.
Can the casket open?
Is the casket sealed?
It is not.
Castros will sniff the casket, like at the hinges.
Well, there's no hinges. It's just a slab over the top.
Oh yeah, but, like, yeah, where the lid and casket meet, he'll give a sniff at it.
Right on.
You want him to actually make a perception check, or?
If you want, I mean, go for it.
Just to kind of get an idea of what might be in there. It's 11 with advantage.
Yeah, you smell bones.
14 then.
You still smell bones. I mean, it's you don't smell anything dangerous.
Alright, he turns to the party and just gives like a shrug, as well as a dire wolf can give a shrug.
So you just wag your tail a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, alright, it seems chill.
So Dane's gonna try and open the casket.
Okay, give me a strength check real quick.
Um, 17.
Oh yeah, you slide it right on open, no problem. And the slab looks big, but you're just like, me dwarf, and push it over. And inside you find another king of old laying there. At his side is a javelin that looks otherwise brand new.
Oh, sweet. So Dane's gonna reach in and take the javelin.
Cool. It feels amazingly balanced in your hand.
Okay. I'm gonna do an Arcana check on it and see if I can feel if it seems magic.
Go for it.
All right. So that is a 16.
Oh yeah, you feel the magic just emanating off this thing like a glow.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to take that javelin. I will take my old javelin and put it back in the old king's casket. So he still has something.
Nice. The old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo.
That's what Casros did.
Yeah, I'm going to check these odd ledges, this odd ledge around the south and eastern walls too.
Sure. You get the impression that these were used for offerings and things for this king, and whatever was here was cleared out long ago.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are there any other exits out of this particular room?
No, this one's a dead end.
Perfect.
All right,
Excellent.
let's go back up north.
Okay. So yeah, we'll go back into the previous room and head out the north exit.
All right, when you walk into this room, you see something completely out of place. So this room is about the same size as your standard larger square rooms that you find caskets in, except here the floor has collapsed. It's looks like a pretty good drop down, and there's a pathway you can wiggle around the side to a doorway up to the north and to the east, but you'd want to be careful because it looks like it'd be a pretty good fall.
Okay. You say there's a door going out north and east?
Yes.
Okay. So
there's no way to get down. There's just like very small ledge.
You could get
sides.
down, it's just like, I don't know, 30, 40 feet. I mean, it's a decent drop, but
you'd probably make it out fine.
yeah, you could get down if you really wanted to.
Cassos might make like a curious sniff down the hole, but he won't jump just yet.
Yeah, it would do some damage if you jumped.
Yeah,
you probably don't want to jump.
but he'll sniff it if anything smells interesting.
It doesn't smell like anything, but it makes all your hair stand on end.
So it smells like bad things down there. He turns to the party and gives like a growl. I don't know how he's supposed to relay that's bad, but he's just gonna say growl bad.
Okay.
So how wide is like the area that we can walk on?
It narrows down. It's kind of more or less circular, but it goes down to say 3 feet from the wall, so you could easily walk it. It's just, if you've got any vertigo, be cautious.
Okay.
All right, so he'll let somebody else lead the way so that they can actually open the door when they get to it. So he'll just kind of chill for a bit.
All right. Okay. So I guess Dane is gonna edge around this and then open the door going east.
Well, it's all passageways, but yeah. Okay. So you go to the east and you find a T junction that goes north and south.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look south and see what I see.
You see the room you were in previously, the one that was to the east of where you fought the big skeleton.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just like another connection to that room.
Okay. So this, I'm assuming that this one ends up going into the north end of that room.
It does.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So we'll keep that in mind. And then what do I see when I look north?
Corridor that goes up for a while and then turns to the west.
Okay. Well, let's follow that corridor.
Castros will pad but alongside Dane.
Right on. Aw, Dane, you have a pet.
Yeah. Man's best friend.
Well, in this case, yes. Take a direwolf with me anytime.
Yeah, especially a direwolf has cognitive human thought.
Yeah, good point. So you enter into a smaller burial chamber with a casket in the middle. You come out of a door on the east side of the room in the southeast corner. There is a passageway immediately to your south, which goes back into the collapsed room. Up to your north, there is another door that goes out to the east, about 10 feet to the north of you, and one that goes out to the west in the southwest corner.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
Sniff the casket.
yeah, let's look at the casket.
Okay. It seems very well sealed and set in place.
Got it. Okay. So we want to go east or west?
The west.
All right. We're gonna go west.
West. Alrighty. You enter a relatively empty room, actually. It's small. It's only about 10 feet square. There's an opening on the north side that seems a bit smaller than a normal archway would be. This really gives you the feeling of like a storage room.
Okay. All right. Well, let's look at that little opening.
Okay, as you look up into the opening, you see something a little peculiar. It's actually a round room this time with a casket in the middle of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at this sucker.
Sure. You go in and check it out. And as you approach, you hear scurrying from the ceiling above.
Castros will look up and sniff.
You definitely feel like you were being watched.
He'll give like a low growl. Probably bats.
Okay. Dane's gonna look at the casket. Is the casket sealed?
It is not. You see that there's kind of an open line there around the top.
So like
Open line.
Like a separation. Like you saw on that first one, where it's not really mortared shut. You can see there's a joint.
okay.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try and open it.
All right. As you try to open it, a giant centipede drops down on top of the lid right in front of you. It's staring you in the face.
Should we roll initiative?
If you want, I've been having fun just kind of seeing how you guys react.
All right.
And then just taking the order off that reaction.
Castros is right next to Dane, right? At this time.
Dane's at the casket.
So I just want to say that like Castros just like bites the head of the centipede and like shakes it around like ragdoll style.
Oh god, yes. Roll to attack, please.
That's advantage as well.
Oh, because of your pack tactics.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Oh god, yep. You grab it, you flip it off, and you just chomp it to pieces, like when a dog rips the squeaker out of a squeaky toy.
Or
Is it dead?
Oh yeah,
tennis.
yeah. You just like snapped it apart.
Alright. So like he just like drops like the remains of the centipede and then like pants happily and looks up at Dane like his tail wagging. Like I did good, right?
Dane gives him a little pat on the shoulder.
Very nice.
All right,
All right.
now open the casket.
Now Dane's gonna try and open the casket.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 17 plus 3 is 20.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, you just slide that thing right on open. No problem.
All right.
So in this one, you don't see anything like you saw in the others. There doesn't appear to be a weapon of any sorts. But at the very bottom, there does appear to be a relatively nice-looking pair of boots on the skeleton's feet.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, the only one who hasn't gotten anything is Alpha.
Or Theseus could use something.
Well, what about let's let Alpha pick him up first, though.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let Alpha
Just
pick.
kind of glances in and says, "How curious." Right, and he picks him up to inspect because he's curious at the creation quality of them.
They look very fine, and even give you a little bit of like a static zap when you pick them up.
Interesting.
Are they Alpha sized?
Yes, they are.
Alpha just kind of looks at the whole party, looks down at his bare feet, and says, "Suppose I should do something."
Oh yeah, because you're also naked, aren't you?
Yes, like he Theseus has been wearing his robes.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, so it looks like there's two Gondian monks walking around.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, Alpha deserves the shoes, the boots.
So does Alpha put
Yes,
it on?
I guess he tries to put them on. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work with him. I mean, it's not armor technically.
No, it's just clothing.
It says, yeah, it's clothing. All right.
Monks do wear clothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what religion or what part of the world you're in, they all tend to wear clothing.
No, yeah. So he'll put the shoes on. Yeah. He tries them on, considering it's literally the only article of clothing aside from a backpack he has right now.
So you look like one of those Appalachian trail hikers.
Basically, yes.
All right, you put them on.
And then he looks at Theseus's bare feet and just kind of shrugs, like, "Hmm."
Nah,
Theseus for us lately.
he doesn't care. Theseus is like, whatever. I always envisioned he had some type of a sandal on, but
Possibly. He probably does. Who knows?
I mean, just because they were so ubiquitous in ancient cultures, I just figured he would be wearing one. Anyway,
All right.
what Alpha? Do you do anything?
I mean, he tries them on.
Well,
There's not much else
All
to
right,
do with
fine.
them.
They fit.
And do you feel any different?
Just sitting there, no.
Right? He walks around.
You walk fast.
Hey!
Faster than he already was.
Yep.
Wow. He's gonna be like the Flash.
Gondian Flash.
The Gondian Flash.
He will no
Anyways,
longer be Alpha. He will be Gash.
Cash.
Indian Flash.
Oh, perfect. With the Gondian Dash from The Incredibles. So many ways to take that. Excellent.
I'm assuming there's nothing to be gained off of the centipede carcass, huh?
No, there's not.
Alright. Castros will just, like, see this as, like, okay, this room's done, and he'll probably, like, walk back out into the previous room. Oh, is there another door in this room?
Yeah, there's one to the west.
Alright, so he'll walk over that door and kind of scratch at it. Or no, it's not a door, it's a passageway.
you
So yeah, he'll just walk.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dane will follow.
Right on. So, in this room, you see it's very small, kind of narrow but kind of long. There is a casket in it. and there's some writing up on the wall at the back, the far north end. You walk into like the southeast corner and you see up the north end some writing that says the Legion of the Arrow looted this place. And there's a corroded chain kind of lying on the east side of the room. Although the place looks like everywhere else.
Okay.
So you're not sure what they would have looted.
All right, so we'll check out the casket.
All right, you check it out. It seems pretty solid and casket-like, though there does, as you listen closely, your passive perception picks up there's some kind of like a scratching from within.
Mm.
I'm assuming Castros can't really smell anything.
No, it's through 4 inches of stone.
Yeah.
Is the casket sealed?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Okay.
guess we leave it then.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll go back out through the circle room, through the storage room, back into the next room over, and go out the east side.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes, I had to track where you're going there for a second. Yeah, that takes you into a kind of it's long and narrow going east-west. And there is a kingly casket inside. All right, here we go. A mural of legendary monsters covers the ceiling, and someone has scrawled "No secret door here" on the south wall.
Same message as previously. There was another message saying no secret door, but that was near the entrance to get down here when we went down the staircase.
It was.
Okay. Well, what does the casket look like? Is it sealed?
It is pretty well sealed. Let me. Oh, whoops. Yes, it is sealed, and as you approach the casket, you see a like ghostly finger pointing up from the middle of it.
All right. Dane's gonna look up.
You just see the mural of legendary monsters above.
Oh, okay. All right.
Could Castros potentially make a nature or like a history check to see if he could recognize the legendary monsters?
Sure.
Bad. 15.
15, yeah. So these are, your kind of typical large creatures of legend, things that probably never existed, cryptids, basically. You see, like, the giant jackalope and the cranky kraken and just various things from the lore and legends of the area.
All right.
But nothing to hint at like a potential secret passage.
No. There's no secret door here.
So they say, though.
Yes, I know. I wanted to say it again.
Well, Dane's a little suspicious about that, so he is going to investigate the room, trying to find a secret door.
Okay, roll an investigation.
I have to roll again. We keep getting into the crack of our table.
It doesn't land on anything.
So that's a 9. Probably not going to
Yeah,
find.
no, you don't find anything.
All right.
Castros might do some sniffing around. One sec, what's his passive perception is 13. Never mind, he got a 4. He did not do anything good.
No, you do not find anything in particular.
Okay.
Is there any obvious exit out of this room?
You mean other than where you came in?
Yeah.
There's kind of a misshapen, like, it looks almost like a lava tube looking thing, off to the back corner, but it just goes in a couple feet and doesn't go anywhere. And other than that, no, you don't see anything.
Okay. Well, I guess then we have to kind of troop out of this room and then take the east corridor out of the next room and travel all the way south to the far room where off to the west, there was the skeleton that we fought, and then we had we could hear the scurrying sound
Yes,
because there is another passageway going east from that room.
there is. So if you're coming in on that passage, you can. Okay, so you go into that room, and you hear the scurrying is now on the far side, and you hear it pass through the archway into the area where you fought the skeleton.
Okay,
In the walls?
so it basically went west.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's in the skeleton room now.
And as you go to the east, you see this is almost like a room in progress. There doesn't appear to be any casket in it. It's half rough rock, half polished off and finished. There's kind of one of those narrow ledges like you saw in the other room, but it's only half carved, not quite finished. And you definitely feel a chill as you are in this room. An otherworldly chill. There we go.
Okay, is there a casket in this room?
There is not. It looks like it was being prepared for one, but never finished.
Castros will sniff around a little as well. Just again, why not? Any kind of investigation he can make.
Yeah, you can sniff around if you want. I mean, you can roll an investigation check.
He has an advantage. Doesn't matter, he rolled the same thing both times. That'd be like an 11.
You don't find anything out of the ordinary, really. Like, you feel like there is something definitely foreboding here, but other than that, you're not picking it up.
Could you try and see if Jeremy's doing anything?
Jeremy is shivering.
Okay, so he feels it too. It was just unfinished. There's no other way out of this room.
Yes. Theseus says, there is something wrong with this place. We should leave.
Okay, so we will take his advice and we will leave. Okay, so we're kind of going through all these different passages here. So really, the only one left, we're going to have to go out the west corridor, the west passageway, where the scurrying is now back into the skeleton room.
Well, you have 2 unexplored paths so far, at least according to my map. There's all the way back to the west, where the room closed down, and there were other doors that went out. There was another door that went out to the west from there, and then there's the collapsed pit. Like, those are the 2 places left, at least from what I can see.
So what I've got mapped out is if I go west from the half-finished room and into the skeleton room, and then go to the pit room, and then take that room that's south, and then there's a passageway going east from that particular room.
Oh, I think I didn't follow you, but I'll just tell you, you won't find anything.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be a dead end.
Yeah. Well, it's not a dead end. It's just going to be a burial spot with nothing of value in it.
Oh, okay. Got it. Well, the problem is, I guess we can go back to that room with the collapsing ceiling and see if that ceiling is collapsed.
Sure. I'll fast forward you over to there, and you find that it has gone back up when you go through the room adjacent to it, and you can clearly see that door on the other side.
Okay. So there is a door leading west. Was there another passageway that was going east as well?
Yes, there is, but yeah, I think there were 2 of them there's 2 of them on the east side. You came in the north one.
Correct.
Yeah, if you want to go into the east one, you can. Or at least look into it.
I'm kind of thinking west, honestly. Just kind of sprinting across the room and hitting the west passageway.
Perfect. Yeah. You go through. You notice, of course, when you pass into the room, that ceiling starts to come down again.
Yeah.
And what you find is you go through, and there's a T-junction that goes north-south. Straight ahead of you is in common scrawled on the wall. Someone wrote, "There is no way out." And further to the south, Castros, you'll pick up a particularly foul odor. And to the north is a staircase leading down.
Castros will gesture towards the. How can you say that it smells bad? I guess because it doesn't necessarily smell evil. Just
how about you turn south, you sniff, and then you growl, and then you immediately turn and go north.
just because it smells bad doesn't mean it's something bad. It could just be something rotting. So he'll I guess try to make a face of disgust as best as he can as a dire wolf, down the southern way.
You're not going to have very much facial expression. Maybe you can just sneeze or something, just
Yeah, sure. We'll do that.
and then you turn around and go north.
Well, now I'm curious. I want to know what's down south.
I think north is the way to go.
Yeah, let's go north. Down the staircase.
Awesome. As you descend, we fade to black and roll credits. Just for stats purposes, if everyone wants to put down what their actual things are. So the Moonstone, I mentioned it earlier, is a light source, and you can recharge it from any source of light. So it will reproduce that source of light. So if you put it in moonlight, it'll reproduce moonlight. Put it in sun, it'll reproduce sunlight.
Oh, wow.
Things like that. And it increases the effectiveness of healing spells. So, and then the arrows, those 2 arrows you picked up. I'm assuming you guys have seen, Men in Tights.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, they're Patriot arrows. Yeah. So you have 2 Patriot arrows. They give advantage on all target rolls, and with a +3 to hit and damage.
Nice.
And then the javelin. So it's a javelin of return. So you pitch it, and it'll return to you, and you can up to twice per day if you throw it into a creature and then call for return. It'll bring the creature back with it.
Oh, nice.
The key word is get over here.
Yes, exactly. So that's basically it. And then Alpha, your boots are the boots of lightning, which, because I just thought it'd be hilarious. When you're wearing them, they add 10 to your base speed. And if you use a dash action, you cause 1d6 lightning damage to anything in your path.
That could get a
That's very
really
fun.
bit extreme.
Well, you only get 9 charges, so I figured it better nerf it a little.
9 charges, and can it be recharged?
It can be, but we'll explore that later.
No, because I'm just curious, because he dashes a lot.
Yes, I'll figure out exactly the recharge. I wrote it down originally as 9 charges, and then I figured I'd figure out the recharge, and I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Ooh, what if I have a way for make him ultra space cleansing now. You basically gave him 100-foot AoE.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, he has Step of the Wind, gives him a dash as a bonus action, plus his dash normally as his main action. If it's plus 10 move speed, he has 50 speed normally. So actually, you double that, that's 100-foot normal dash, then another 100 feet on a bonus action dash. 200-foot AoE.
Yeah, so level up then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ability score improvements from me. We're at level 4 now, right?
Yes.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for our character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.
I'm just curious about poor little Alpha right now because he's still naked with everything except for the boots.